Hello, hello, hello. What is happening, everybody? We are back. I was actually, before I really get into it, Jonah the astronaut, what's good? What's happening? Hey, it's been a while. Yeah, the hero is here. What's good, everybody? I hope everybody's enjoying their evening. We are now at episode 89, and we're going to kind of be going over the TWAB and all that kind of good stuff. So do me a favor, be sure to hit that like button and do all the good stuff. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You know, we got to feed that algorithm, baby. Got to get up there. Okay, let me, of course, y'all want to see my beautiful face. So, like I said, welcome, welcome, welcome. Saw you going live, thought it was cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy the stream. Let me know if the audio quality is pretty good with the mixture of the music and my voice. If I need to make any adjustments, let me know. Okay, first of all, allow me to take just a moment. Sounds good. Hell yeah, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and share this. Copy. Go to the Discord. Gotta let the folks know. So okay. And then paste, enter. And there you go. Audio is perfect. Thank you, thank you. It's me, Astro. What's good, Astro? I remember you, Astro. I remember you. I know it's been a minute. Been like, oh, I would say it's been over a month. This is my second stream back, you know, beginning of the year. You know, had the whole holidays and all that good stuff. But we are back. We're back again to be talking Destiny. Whew. 3 months? At least 2 months? Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. So, let's see what we can do here. And we're going to go ahead and switch over to the scene real quick. Actually, let's set this up. Boom. Okay, so this is basically what we're going to be talking about. And I actually haven't been through it myself. Oh, you been sick? Oh man. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. But we're going to be talking about the TWAB. I kind of scrolled through it a little quickly earlier. It's kind of lengthy. So, but I'm not going to be sitting here like reading word for word, but kind of hit each of the topics and all that good stuff. So, make sure I got everything set. I'm very well. No? Okay. I am glad to hear. I got to experience firsthand reaction. Hell yeah. But anyways, if this is your first time here and this is basically, you know, the nightly talk radio type thing, we kind of, you know, the ideas behind is to talk things about Destiny, bring in all different types of ideas, not to really kind of try to break the echo chambers that are within our community, and Also, I do have a call-in feature that I use with my Discord. However, I'm kind of putting that kind of off to the side for right now, but eventually we'll get to using it. But it's not really all about my opinion. I am no expert. I'm not like some Destiny 2 guru. So it's more of, you know, when someone has some sort of an opinion or they want to, you know, discuss a certain topic, a lot of the times I'm just like, it's really not that big of a deal. or it could be a little bit better. Yes. What I've noticed is there's a lot more complaining than there are criticisms, but the people that complain pretend like they're being critics. So I'm just like, no, okay, you're not being critical if all you're doing is like, I don't like this, it needs to change. Which, sure, that could be a form of criticism. However, it's more of you're just complaining. So like, give out some ideas. What would you say that would help make change, you know? And so if you don't like it, grow up. Well, you know, it's easier said than done for the most part. Destiny 2 complainers, yeah. But let's see. Okay. Can't wait to see them panic when Liable is the Destiny 3 they all wished for, and they have nothing to complain about. Well, if you've seen anything from like yesterday, Bungie did drop kind of like a pre-TWAB about like armor mods and different setups that they're going to be doing when Liable does drop. Really good changes, lots of really good changes. I mean, it's going to be completely different than what we got right now. And like right now, where like all of our armor has like elemental, like it has elemental attachment to the armor, like void, solar, arc, stasis, those are going away. And now the only one of the downfalls is Warmind cells are going to be gone, but hey, it is. Let's see. You have to have people backing you up. It's usually just me. I'm new to here again. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be crazy, and I'm with you, Hero. I can't wait as well. I hope it's gonna be awesome. So let's see. I think we'll just go ahead and get right into it real quick. Okay, so this week at the TWAB. Okay, so this week at Bungie, we're talking sandbox news, matchmaking, and we're getting amped up for Neptune, which is coming in Lightfall, baby. Before we jump into this week's TWAB, let's do a brief recap of what went down in the last week's blog post for anyone who may missed it. So Hero, like Hiroshima? Nah. So anyways, Grandmaster changes, including power level, which they are making those changes. Iron Banner updates after week 1 with Fortress. So they're going to be making some updates, including the change to frequency. So Iron Banner will be coming 3 times. So in each season, Iron Banner is going to be here 3 times instead of 2. We got our Orphea Winfrey. Yeah, we got the Oprah Winfrey on the armor mods, which basically they gave everybody the armor mods for free. Focusing costs and its economy, they're making it cheaper, especially when it comes to like where like if you're focusing for a certain weapon, I think it's like 50 legendary shards, and they're going to be cutting it down to like 25. Let's see. Behind the scenes look at our looks and some good news about the goodies of Good Boys Stay in Destiny 2, which that's the I think that's like the dog thing that they were talking about. An important Bungie store update. Love the doggo. Hell yeah. You guys know that Technoblade died? Or Techno? No, I did not know that. So let's see. Friendly reminder for a player security team, which we kind of touched on that yesterday a little bit about accounts. I think that's what they're getting ready to talk about, but accounts where characters were being deleted, and I think there was like only one confirmed account. I'm not sure, or there was a very small pool. It kind of made everybody else pretty nervous. Not really sure, but they did end up Bungie ended up making a statement that nothing was lost. So I guess if you take that at face value, everything was fine. Or if you kind of read between the lines, it's more of like they were able to reboot or bring back everything. It is. I don't even know. It was a big old thing on Twitter for a little bit, but it was talking about some people whose accounts were banned. So I guess this is about bans. Have said they don't remember cheating or have any sort of cheat software on their platform of choice. Anytime we investigate these cases, both recent and in the past, we often find that they gave their account to someone else to play the game for them. Because of this, we want to again remind everyone that you must protect your account and do not use account recovery services, which apparently it's still a thing, especially with carries. That's still a thing. So, but yeah, so don't give your account away. Just let you be forewarned. Okay, so, and this is the newest trailer. You know what? Screw it. Let me pause the music right quick, and I'll go ahead and play this right quick.
Just look at this place. We always thought we were the last ones left.
Welcome to Neptune, Nightbearer. I hope we can find common ground, or at least common enemies. Callus is ready to annihilate this city. Stand with me to defend the Amuna and its people. Oh, is that you, my tenacious little guardian? So good of you to be tonight's entertainment. Is this all the Traveler's chosen guardians can muster? You cannot escape oblivion. Embrace the end.
And there you go. Okay, let's bring the music back, baby. Let's bring it back. Okay, so Bob, the Guardian Builder, and evolution of build crafting. I'm gonna do this for you guys.
Build crafting. It's a massive part of Destiny, but it's also an ever-evolving component to what it means to be a Guardian that's always ready for what's next. For those that may have missed it, the team shared a more in-depth look at how build crafting has evolved and what it will look like in the near future, particularly with anti-champion systems, the new loadout system, and more. So, what was talked about exactly? Glad you asked. Here's a simplified breakdown for those looking to learn more about specific topics. Loadout sand mod customization. Consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. How the system has evolved and what areas the team wanted to address first. How the mod customization screen will operate. Champions, new ways to counter champions, including via subclass. That's right, we're fine-tuning every single mod. Reduction in pressure on armor energy by tweaking armor mod costs and how artifact perks fit in. How build crafting is changing in match game. How elemental wells are changing. A brief look at the road ahead. If you haven't checked this out yet, you can read all about what's new, what's changing, and how feedback played a role right here. For those interested in learning even more, we'll be featuring more standalone articles like this in the coming weeks. You know, to keep TWABs not novel length.
Well, this one's going to actually be pretty hefty, so that's for sure. Okay, so they're making a lot of changes, and if you need to, if you go to like Bungie, they did put out like the fixes that they're going to be implementing. Lots of great stuff that they put out yesterday. Lots of great stuff. I highly recommend, if you want to know the details of that stuff, go for it. Check it out. Let's see. Rumble returns. Catalysts are a change in exotics, exotic glaive goodness, and more. Huh. Here, 3 catalyst evolution. I know I said that I wasn't gonna read verbatim, but here you go.
As Whereas Towards Lightfall's release next month, we've got a few updates that we're excited to share. As a small preview, we're talking about Outer Borders, Dredging Gilding, Rumble's Back, Blues Woes, Year, 3 Catalysts, and Glaive Exotic Crafting. Let's dive in.
Hero says they are making the glaives easier to make and acquire. Hell yeah, that would be awesome.
Red Border drop rates. On January 18th, a change went live in-game that makes it easier for players to get the red borders they crave. Now rates with craftable weapons and in the Duality Dungeon. Stay tuned for additional information about weapon crafting changes in Lightfall in the coming weeks. Faster Dredgen Title Gilding. Rather than requiring 30 Gambit wins to gild the Dredgen title, we are changing it to 50 match completions, with bonus credit for wins. At a minimum, this reduces the number.
Uh-oh, it fucked up. Hang on a sec.
Number of wins needed by 5, and most players will require significantly fewer to get to where they are trying to be, Title Town. Regarding what is planned for upcoming patches. Bye-bye Blues, at soft cap.
What?
It's happening, starting with next week's patch.
What?
After you reach the soft gear cap, blue
What?
engrams will stop dropping in the world, whenever that would have happened, and the equivalent amount of additional glimmer baubles will spray out instead. We're also adjusting all other gunsmith reputation gains by plus 25% to compensate for removing gunsmith reputation from dismantling blue gear.
Hold up. They're literally going to make it stop dropping altogether instead of like auto dismantle. That's even better. No more blues. Oh my god, that's going to be so sick. I am hyped for that shit. Let's go.
We may not have caught every single blue engram in the game, but a vast majority should behave this way. If you find a source that still gives a blue item, please report item our help for Rum so we can squash. Rumble, y'all. In response to player feedback, we're bringing Rumble back to the Crucible screen as a permanent fixture and remove it as a rotator in the next patch.
Hero says, I know it's crazy. Yep, when you reach soft cap, I hate the funny blue master nightfall drops. I agree. I mean, I haven't done any master nightfalls, but some of the like the higher end content, it's like you just want the legendary stuff. You're already at cap. It's like, I don't need these damn blues. Fuck. But that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Patch. There are more exciting Crucible changes coming with
Oh, don't be like that. Come on now. Finish it.
Lightfall. Stay tuned. Year 3 Catalyst Evolution. The Catalyst quests for the Year 3 Season Pass exotics, Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy's Matchbook, and Witherhoard, will now benefit from the Season Pass boosts like other exotic Catalyst quests. Additionally, any seasonal ritual playlist activity will count toward ritual progress for all Season Pass exotic Catalyst quests. Easier exotic glaive crafting. Did you know there are class-specific craftable exotic glaives? We're adjusting the quest needed to receive them to only require one portion of each weapon pattern from the Wellspring weapons, as well as ensuring the first drop of each daily Wellspring weapon will have Deep Sight. Once you unlock the recipe for the first exotic glaive, the other class recipes can be purchased by your other characters from the evidence board.
Oh, there
man,
you go.
You're going to love the new raid, especially the part where...
Okay, hang on. Hang on, Bungie. Okay, so I'm still kind of, I'm pretty stoked about the blues just completely being non-existent. Once you hit that, like I was saying that last night during the last night's stream, man, I'm telling you, it's like once you get to that point, like right now it's like what, 1580? There's really no point of having the blues. It's just cannon fodder basically, and you just completely delete them. It's like they really don't serve really any purpose, but really feeding into the, I guess, Banshee. Like I mean, that's one of the deals, but you know, maybe that could be, you know, maybe that could have been another way they could have gone about it, was having the auto dismantle to where it would feed into the Banshee upgrading, you know, when you're going through the tiers. And but hey, I'll take this, I'll take that. And the glaives being easier, especially if you have multiple characters, that's awesome. So this is about the raid date.
Oh, man, you're going to love the new raid, especially the part 1. Save the date, folks. We're doing it live on March 10, 2023, at 9 AM Pacific Standard Time, which is the second Friday in March. Another world first. Who's going to take the win this time? Who knows? But we do know we have some delicious popcorn ready to watch Guardians from all over the world shoot their shot at earning that coveted world first belt.
Okay, so the raid is going to be on March 10th of 2023 at 9 AM PST, Pacific Standard Time, for those of you who don't know what that means. And so that is going to be on a Friday. So that's still going to be a thing. I know that was kind of like the debate the last year, you know, after Witch Queen dropping and having the raid date, which I really like the idea that they, instead of having the raid so close to the beginning when the DLCs drop, but you get into, you know, but it's further on, so you have time to actually get into the DLC and, you know, really kind of get a team together and all that kind of good stuff. So it gives you plenty of time. But the last year it was all about, is Friday's a good day to have raids, which I could kind of see both sides of the argument when it comes to this. I understand that it's like, well, everybody works on Fridays. Well, true. There's a lot of people that also work on Saturdays. But at the same time, it does help Bungie if they could do it on a Friday, because that's when everybody's going to be there. Everybody, so it's like all hands on deck whenever there's an issue. And I guarantee you there's always going to be an issue every single time. And this is going to be talking about the matchmaking. Looks like they got a couple graphs here. Let's see. The mean prediction accuracy. Okay. I'm gonna let the bot talk to me. Are you gonna talk to me?
We've experimented a lot with various matchmaking tools through the years to help make PvP more enjoyable for all. Earlier last year, we spoke about what the team had in their sights for future changes. With those goals in mind, we've got the Destiny 2 Rituals team and the Sandbox team here to go over a few things like matchmaking, abilities, and weapon tweaks. First, let's look at matchmaking. Destiny 2 Rituals team. In previous TWABs, we have talked about our goals to make the Crucible an accessible and fair activity for all players, and how we plan to accomplish those goals with matchmaking. In Season 18, we added a loose form of skill-based matchmaking to Control. We gathered data, reviewed the analytics, and adjusted the matchmaking configs, establishing the foundation for Season 19's matchmaking for quick play, Iron Banner, and competitive 3v3. In Season 19, wedded fireteam-based matchmaking. And as before, we will continue reviewing the analytics and player feedback to adjust our configs as necessary. Fireteam-based matchmaking is the first step towards enabling a fair playing field for fireteams of all sizes and eliminating the need for freelance nodes. As we grow more confident in our settings, expect to see fewer freelance nodes, beginning with Iron Banner. We know that it may seem a little jarring written out in text like that, but this is a part of the process for long-term goals that will improve the experience across the board. After we've gotten sufficient data on this from players and from internal systems, we will extend the Fireteam matchmaking feature to trials and eventually competitive 3v3. Once we have ironed out the kinks associated with Fireteam-based matchmaking, the next feature on deck is dynamic skill matchmaking. As mentioned before, this feature is geared towards improving matchmaking if you are in a low population skill bracket, or during a particularly low population time. This is all to say, we are aware of the current status of matchmaking, and we are continually working toward improving our features and systems that we believe we are on the right track, and we would like to share some of the data that makes us believe as much. One such data point is match outcome prediction. We use a particular algorithm that considers multiple variables to predict the outcome of a given match, where 50% prediction accuracy is considered ideal. This would mean both teams are evenly matched, and we are unable to determine the winner based on statistics alone. The graph below, Figure A, displays our prediction accuracy for Control before and after Season 18, when we introduced loose skill-based matchmaking. The drop in accuracy is a strong indicator that our current implementation of skill-based matchmaking is headed in the right direction. Figure A.
Okay, so
Additionally, the following graph, Figure B, displays our prediction accuracy for Glory, pre-Season 19, and competitive 3v3, Season 19. The upper lines are the main Glory and competitive activities, while the bottom lines are the freelance variants. With Season 19, we adjusted the skill bands for matchmaking in competitive, leading to a significant drop in prediction accuracy, i.e., matches are becoming fairer. Note that there is still a strong discrepancy between the main node and freelance. This shows it's more difficult to produce fair matches with fire teams due to the immeasurable advantages that a fire team possesses: communication, team composition, team synergy, etc. However, that is why we are testing fire team-based matchmaking. Wait until reach a point where matches in the main node, where mixed fire team sizes can queue together, reach levels of fairness comparable to freelance node, at which point we can confidently shell freelance nodes. Figure B. Hopefully, this provides some insight into our efforts to make the Crucible a fair, accessible, and fun experience for all players. This is an ongoing process, so please pardon the dust as we build toward a better future.
okay, so it sounds like that they, when it comes to like matchmaking, especially in the competitive PvP competitive realm, they eventually want to be able to get rid of these solo nodes where you can queue as a solo player, and it looks like, you know, with the skill-based matchmaking, they already said that, you know, skill-based matchmaking ain't going nowhere. They're going to be implementing it, and they're just going to fine-tune it, and hopefully maybe this works out pretty good. And it looks like they touch on the whole airborne effectiveness. Let's see. we introduced the airborne effectiveness system in season 17 that gives us levers to balance weapon efficiency. All airborne. Okay. So it's important to balance the increasing number of the airborne movement options against their combat effectiveness, as we don't want Destiny 2 to shift exclusively towards airborne gunplay over time. Well, you know, one of my biggest, like one of the worries that I did have was when Strand came out, that was going to be an issue, but I'm not sure if when it comes to Strand, you know, whenever you got the where you can, you know, grapple hook, you know, through the air, if that's going to be like a thing where you can actually like use your weapon during the swing. Probably not. I haven't seen it, but it's pretty badass when you can grapple hook onto the back of a Thunder Crash Titan and just launch. That would be freaking awesome. Let's see. I wonder, and I want to see somebody test it out, but I want to see how many people can grab onto like one Titan and be able to launch everybody over. That would be kind of cool. So airborne effectiveness, I'm not really going to worry about that too much. Weapon types, submachine guns have long been heavily dependent on the range stat to be competitive. SMGs with the high range stat easily outclasses all other SMGs and low range auto rifles and hand cannons. Recently made a change that brought these higher range options more in line, but the difference between them and other SMGs was still too large, and some special case offenders that could hit nearly maximum range were still a bit too strong. As such, we have made a large improvement to SMG's performances at lower range values, combined with a small decrease to the higher range values. Okay, so it sounds like they've made some changes for like general increased damage and aim assist fall off start at 0 range by -30%. Reduced damage and aim assist fall off start at 100 range by 6. Adaptive SMGs lag behind lightweights in effectiveness, dealing more body shot damage. Okay, so this is just all so they're tweaking a lot of the SMGs. Okay, so they're also making they made changes for pulse rifles. So reduce aim assist fall off starts at 100 range by 10. Reduce damage fall off start at 100 range by 5. Increase recoil by 20% on M&K only. The BXR-55 Battler is by far the most effective legendary pulse rifle. Yes, it is. In large part due to being extremely strong up close with a legacy frame, intrinsic, and highly lethal at long range with best in subfamily zoom. We felt the fantasy of the gun fit better with the CQB hip fire aggressive style of gameplay. So we have brought the zoom down to more closely match standard lightweight pulse rifles, which will open some space for other options to work in. Reduce the BXR-55 Battler zoom from 20 to 18. I mean, I don't know if that's really going to make much of a difference, but if that's the type of weapon you all play with, then by all means try it out, see if you see much of a difference. It's still a very, very good pulse rifle, especially in PvP, especially if you get a crafted one and you get the enhanced perks for it. It's really, really good. So exotics looks like Dead Man's Tales, tweaking the 6.3.0 update. So remove the damage penalty from 5 stacks of cranial spike, reduce hipfire and airborne aim assist cone angles by 25% on M&K, reduced hipfire cone angle. So this is all all the little tedious shit that they're making adjustments for. Perks, the future, coming Lightfall, we're doing a heavy weapon balance pass, adding subclass 3.0 verbs to several exotic weapons, tuning kinetic weapons, and adding a new perk to make kinetic weapons more valuable. Oh, in the post Lightfall seasons, we've been shipping some updates we're pretty chuffed about. More substantial changes to weapons, hipfire reticles, with the goal of exposing more information specific to weapon types or exotic functionality, a full auto melee setting, another set of craftable repraised raid weapons with the origin traits, similar to what we did with the Deepstone Crypt weapons in Season 19, regular seasonal and mid-season balanced updates, and more. We also want to call out one more change, this time about the Titan Exotic Gauntlets. Okay. So, I'm gonna let you read it out for me.
Increase the cooldown of the barricade ability while Cetan's ramparts are equipped by 70%. Increased the amount of damage players deal to its Cetan's barricade by 25%. This change should decrease how often one sees a Cetan's barricade in a PvP match, as well as add more opportunities for effective counterplay. Okay, Nawanto abilities. In patch 6.3.0.5 scheduled TWAB released the week of January 24th, we're releasing some abilities changes that we've been playtesting in Lightfall to address some outliers in both PvE and PvP.
Come on now, keep going.
In the Crucible, class ability uptime has inflated significantly over the course of the last year, so we're increasing the base cooldown of Barricade, Thruster, and Dodge by 20%. Increased base cooldown time of the following class abilities by 20%. Barricade. Towering Barricade base cooldown increased from 40s to 48s. Rally Barricade base cooldown increased 32s to 38s. Thruster. Base cooldown increased from 30s to 30s excess. Dodge. Marksman's dodge base cooldown increased from 29s to 34s. Gambler's dodge base cooldown increased from 38s to 40s excess. With update 6.3.0 at the launch of Season 19, we reduced the linger time of Touch of Thunder's enhanced storm grenades, but this hasn't meaningfully moved the needle on either their potency or usage across game modes, so we're taking a harder swing here. We're reducing the damage dealt by each lightning strike by 25% and making it significantly easier to avoid the roaming storm by decreasing its tracking speed and distance, especially near the start of its lifetime. Touch of Thunder, Storm Grenade. Secondary strike damage reduced from 40 to 30. Added a 0.24 delay between the grenade's initial strike on impact and the creation of the roaming storm. The roaming storm's travel speed now begins at 1.5 meters per second and ramps up over 1.3s to a maximum of 3 meters per second. This previously traveled at a flat 3.5 meters per second. The roaming storm's target search range now increases over 2s after creation, rather than starting at full size. In August 2021 with update 5.3.0, we added weapon penalties that affected the player while sliding. The goal of this change was to reduce the percentage of engagements where the outcome was effectively decided by sliding, especially when used with shotguns that instantly ended the fight from significant range. Shotguns and other weapons have been tuned since then, and we've implemented skill-based matchmaking into the Crucible, so we're removing the slide penalties in order to improve the feel and consistency of combat. Removes
Here comes the shotgun apes. They're coming back. No. Okay, so anyways, so it sounds like, to me, it sounds like they're removing those penalties. So because they're implementing skill-based matchmaking, they're removing that, so you're going to be able to slide shotgun like you used to. So there you go, congratulations.
Remove stability, incoming flinch, and shotgun pellet spread penalties while sliding. It's important to note that these changes are a first step toward where we want to be with ability potency and uptime. With Lightfall and beyond, we have large-scale ability balance tuning in the works and will have more to share in the near future.
Okay, so I'm going to make a prediction. Let me get my crystal ball here. Hang on. It's not much of a crystal ball, but my wife bought this for me, so I really like it. I'm going to predict that people are going to be complaining about slide shotgunning once again, like back in the good old days, and once Lightfall drops. The end. I'll put that away. Eventually that's going to be like back here, and I want to have stuff in the background. But yeah, that's all going to change one of these days once I get the stuff I need. But yeah, I think that's going to be an issue where you're going to see a lot more people that are going to be slide shotgunning again.
Future. Lunar New Year BRB, we've got a rabbit to celebrate.
Oh, okay.
New Lunar.
So the rest of this looks to be just all the extra stuff that they like to throw in. Let's see. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. Let's I'm gonna let this go and to be able to finish it off. Where is it?
Any last thing, new year, new socials. One goal we have this year is to continue improving how we communicate with our community. In the past we have relied heavily on community manager accounts to share a lot of information, context, and clarifications. Often, it worked great, and we saw that many of you appreciated the additional transparency. But it also created some unfun times for community managers or other Bungie employees who shared Destiny 2 specific information from their personal accounts. We want to make sure we are protecting our people without sacrificing opportunities to engage directly with you on various platforms. So, what are we doing? Today, we are creating Destiny 2 team accounts on the following platforms to help us move away from using community managers' personal accounts as we have in the past. Twitter, Destiny 2 team. Bungie.net, Destiny 2 team #7714. Reddit, /u/Destiny 2 team.
I think that's actually a really good idea. That's a really good move. Instead of like the CMs using their personal accounts, you actually have a team, a group of people, which people can give feedback, which would be so much better. And I'm actually happy with that. People just, they outside their minds sometimes, man. They just do fucked up shit, especially when it comes to on the internet, and it's sad, but I think this is appropriate. So
these are live now and where you will see us interacting with the community going forward on. Our goal is not to share less info or shy away from sharing context or clarifications, when possible, but to use the accounts to be more proactive in these efforts and avoid the need to follow and tag several CMs. What about the community managers? I like following them. You are still free to follow me and the rest of the CM gang, as well as any other Bungie employees you see out there. We will all still be posting memes, sharing cool Destiny art, and having fun on our personals, but if you want answers to questions or a good avenue to share your Destiny 2 specific feedback, the Destiny 2 team accounts are the new hotness. Another goal we have going forward is to more actively solicit feedback regularly using these accounts like we did recently on Reddit, but on all 3 platforms. You don't have to wait for a post though, you can share your feedback anytime and we'll be able to tag any of the Destiny 2 team accounts if you have something you want us to see and not feel the need to tag several CM accounts. We have a few posts up right now on Bungie.net, Reddit, and Twitter asking for feedback right now, so go share, after finishing this TWAB of course. At Bungie Help is still going to be the primary place for updates on maintenance, outages, and ongoing issues being tracked. At Destiny the Game is where we will drop the latest game trailers and high-level Destiny 2 news. The plan with the new at Destiny 2 team accounts is to give us another avenue to give deeper insight on certain topics and a means to interacting on Bungie.net and Reddit more. Expect to see a lot more replies on those platforms going forward. And there we go, second TWAB of 2023 inches the books. There are a few more.
Okay, so anyways, that's the TWAB. I really like that they got this now, where they have Destiny 2 team where people can give their feedbacks. I really like that, and hopefully that turns out to be a good thing, right? So let me go ahead and switch back over to here. Let's see. Just kind of want to take a moment and take a look at some stuff. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about the whole Lightfall coming with all the new changes. Like I said, if you haven't yet, take a look at that new TWAB, or pre-TWAB, I would say, from yesterday. Definitely is worth a look-see. Okay. Okay, actually this might be a good opportunity to kind of look and see when it regards to the TWAB, in regards to the TWAB. The wallpapers don't work. Okay, they did give 4K wallpapers, so if you are looking for a good wallpaper, check out the TWAB. It's good. And it looks like here I'll just switch back over. This is here with the Destiny the game, or the team. So it looks like, okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and follow Destiny 2 team. Okay. No more blues. I think everybody loves that. Yesterday I was reading some of the stuff that people were talking about. The blues was, well, we talked a lot about like the feedback stuff, because they did that on Reddit, so we were kind of sipping through some of those. If you haven't seen any of that on Reddit, but people were giving a lot of different feedbacks, and blues was definitely probably the hottest topic. So add red drops higher than exotics, but you can't have any exotics equipped in armor or weapons. Bungie is just allergic to taking L's this week. Bungie doing anything like Fortnite did to ban people using third-party hardware to gain advantage in PvP. Blue drops gone, so legendary drops for everyone after a certain level. I mean, I love blue drops for fast infusion. No! Get out of here. Once you hit that power, you don't need it. You don't need the blues. The blues don't go up any higher. No more blues is kind of sad. No, get out of here. Go away. Nobody likes you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was dope. Let's see. Awesome 12. It seems to be pretty, pretty positive for the most part. And yeah, you got some people that are going to be smart asses, like, oh, but I love the blues. I'm so confused and scared. Really not used to Bungie doing something brilliant. Crazy, well, we haven't seen anything this good since 2018. So this is the Bungie everyone praised when Forsaken rolled out. Thank you for repaying my love for this game. Only one question. What took you so long? I feel like, okay. The way I kind of look at it this way. All right, when it comes to, let me just switch over to here. The way I kind of see it when it comes to, you know, the progression within Destiny, right? I feel like a lot of it is contributed that ever since Activision has been gone, Bungie is literally having to kind of basically rebuild Destiny from the ground up. So if you kind of look at it as, yeah, Forsaken was pretty good, but you know, I don't think it was like the best DLC that they've ever created. But I mean, it was still a very good DLC, but it was still that feeling of just kind of churched up strikes, basically. Like each of the missions, they were just basically strikes, you know, and which was okay. I don't think they didn't really hit. They hit the spot with the Witch Queen, you know, having the legendary setup and all that good shit. It was great. So, but like I said, that's kind of my opinion. Zero. Hell yeah, brother. What's good, Zero? Zero, that's my Zero, my hero, my mod. How are you doing, brother? Glad you made it at the end of the show. Thank you. Watch, you gonna be like, I've been here this whole time. I've been here this whole time, boy. What do you mean? So, but anyways, heck yeah, bro. Destiny 2. Yeah, did you get, hopefully you got them boys through that dungeon though. Hopefully you guys got that taken care of. Yeah, the grind. I know it. The grind, baby. So, anyways, I kind of find, if you kind of look at it as Beyond Light was kind of like the reset button, and everything after that seems to be the progression. So that's the way I kind of see it when it comes to how everything has been going. And it actually makes a lot more sense because, you know, after Beyond Light, then, you know, having Witch Queen, now Lightfall, and then who knows what final shape is going to look like. Jesus Christ. I wonder if they're going to have a whole lot of changes, but I mean, we're going to have this entire year to find out. So let's see. But yeah, it looks like today's TWAB was definitely very well received TWAB this time. So I'll go ahead and close that out. But other than that, let's see. Okay, so we're just about almost to an hour. Now, when we talked, kind of really discussed the whole, you know, feedback. I tell you what, an hour and 20 minutes went like that. Like, I didn't even expect it to go that fucking fast. It was nuts. But anyways, I think I don't know. I've been enjoying the season of the Seraph. It's, you know, been pretty good. A lot's happened, and then, you know, Lightfall is definitely going to be the main focus from here on out. Everything is going to be leading up to Lightfall. The funny part was I was actually going to do a PvP thing tonight, like a discussion when it comes to PvP, and then I'm like, okay, they just dropped a TWAB. I haven't really talked too much about the TWAB, so I think I need to do that first, and then probably we're gonna do a little discussion about the TWAB tomorrow night, maybe. Or what is tomorrow? Would be Friday. So if I don't do the TWAB, I'm probably going to do my it would actually be gameplay, but it's a private match where it's like glaive versus glaive, and I call it gladiators. It's like this spectacle of where, you know, each player goes one-on-one with glaives. Lots of fun. Me and a buddy of mine tried it out, and it was actually a lot of fun. Kind of fucked around with it. I think it was Zero and I were messing around with that, and we found out it was actually pretty good. So, and might try to schedule that in with some buddies and try to see if I can get a bunch of people in on it. Just tell them go craft a glaive real quick, and it doesn't have to be anything specific, because, you know, it's just complete melee, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that most likely is what's gonna happen tomorrow, to be honest. It was fun, by the way. Hell yeah, it was fun. I really did enjoy it. So, but anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night and get the hell out of here. If you've made it this far, you are the fucking GOAT. And I will be having another stream. If I don't do the whole gladiator deal, then we'll probably talk a little bit about PvP. I know we've seen some changes for this most recent TWAB, but we might get a little more in depth maybe, or I'll just live stream the matches, and we'll just bring your drinks and your laughs, and we'll just have a good old time for a Friday night stream. So anyways, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here, and until I see you Guardians again, y'all keep it classy.